1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a person, I'm a whore.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a person, I'm a whore.
2, 4, 6, 8. I get paid to masturbate.
2, 4, 6, 8. I get paid to masturbate.
Stop the raids.
Stop the raids. Hey, hey, I'm a hoe. SESTA, FOSTA, SESTA, hey, I'm a hoe. SESTA, FOSTA, SESTA,
Hey, hey. I'm a hoe.
Sex work is work. 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 Stop the raids. Stop the raids. Come on all up here, sex workers. Stop the raids. When sex workers come under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back! 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 Sex work is work! Sex work is work! Sex work is work! Sex work is work! Sex work is not human trafficking. Human trafficking is not sex work. That's what we're here to ask for the separation of these two issues.
The difference between sex work and sex trafficking: sex work is a job. Sex trafficking is an atrocity. Say it back. Sex work is a job. Sex trafficking is an atrocity. Very different things.
Sex workers unite!
When we fight, we win.
When we fight, we win!
When we fight, we win.
When we fight, we win!
Stop the raids.
Stop the raids!
Stop the raids.
Stop the raids!
Who else here is a sex worker today? That's it! Sex worker pride. We are proud when we come to fight. So the reason that we are coming here, gathering today, is because the new city attorney, Hydee Feldstein Soto. So we very much believe that what Hydee Soto is going to be doing in the Figueroa corridor is absolutely about creating a pathway for gentrification and making us look good in the eyes of the world ahead of the Olympics. This is a playbook that has been used over and over again. We know Giuliani did that in New York. And what devastation that caused. We don't want that to happen to our city. We're fighting back against the gentrifiers. All right, so Hydee Feldstein Soto is anti-sex worker. Coming for us. She is saying that she is fighting sex trafficking on the Figueroa corridor, but we know better. What is she actually doing? She's going to bring in Homeland Security, the FBI, federal prosecutors, local prosecutors, a huge amount of firepower. And what is she actually doing? She's going to be arresting sex workers. We know this is the playbook. It happens over and over again. They conflate sex trafficking with consensual sex work. And they don't come to us and ask, what does your community want to deal with exploitation? They don't ask us. We know. We know that we need housing. We know that we need health care. We know that we need decriminalization of sex work to be safe in our labor.
We're doing a die-in today to protest the raids that are going to be going on in the Figueroa corridor, where there's a lot of street-based sex work, as well as sex workers who are working out of the hotels in that area. And the reason that we have street-based sex work now, because I'm sure a lot of people don't know this, but SESTA FOSTA is what put everybody back on the street. So one of the things I'm going to be talking about today is SESTA FOSTA. It's supposed to be a sex trafficking bill that protects children but the way it's written, it makes user-generated content on things like Facebook, GoDaddy, any internet platform responsible for user-generated content. So, for example, I had retired from being a dominatrix. I was a BDSM educator. I had retired in 2013. I retired from all forms of sex work. But because I was working as a BDSM educator, and because this legislation is keyword-based, all my classes were taken down. I was kicked off a bunch of sites. And so I actually had to go back into sex work after having been retired from it. Really, from sessions, I was retired since I was 35. And so in my 50s, I had to go back to doing sex work because of this bill. And that's also why they have to do this raid now, because now all the people that used to work indoors have been forced back out onto the streets. And now they're going to come and arrest them. You know, it's just... You can't win for losing. It's like impossible now.
I'm a woman in my 50s that stopped doing sessions at 35, and now in my 50s, because of this law, I am back doing sex work. So if this is supposed to help people get out of sex work, it didn't work for me. I think I'll close it out there. Yeah.
This is Tara is also the person who founded Dominatrix against Donald Trump, which I used to be a member of. And we traveled around the state of California doing die-ins in opposition of SESTA FOSTA. And one of the things I'm very proud of is that one of our die-ins, in combination with a great deal of policy work and support from quite a few different people, we passed SB 233, and SB 233 decriminalizes condoms. How crazy is that I just said that? The condoms were a fucking crime. How insane is that? 30 years, this is my career. Sex work is a very valid and viable career. I have used every opportunity that I have had since I was 19 years old to try to improve my life and to be this model citizen that the government thinks that I should have. And so I want to learn and I want to be in grad school, and it's really fucking hard. And it's an opportunity that a lot of people don't have. And everyone deserves it though.
Sex work is work! 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 Sex work is work!
Sex workers are on the front lines of trafficking work. We are the ones that are first to see people who may be exploited or are actually trafficking survivors. And we need to be acknowledged, we need to be paid, and we need to be listened to.
I'm a former sex worker. I worked for a school probably 25 years ago, and go in and out of the sex work industry, but and also it paid for my master's degree. Thank you. And I now have a nonprofit called Pelvic Sanctuary that does pelvic health education that supports the needs of LGBTQIA+ populations, as well as sex workers who have very specific needs in regards to pelvic health.
Hydee Soto doesn't know we are proud to be a hoe.